So for today's practice, grab a bolster and a blanket and a pillow to sit on, two blocks, and a strap. So we got a lot of props today. If you don't have them available to you, you can always kind of makeshift them out of things you have in the home. Maybe you stack up a couple of regular pillows or some blankets, and that can be kind of your bolster, your sitting pillows. You could always use books for blocks and a towel or shirt or anything that you can extend the reach with the strap. All right. So let's begin today sitting. So we'll set the bolster off to the side for the moment. And if you like, I like to sit on my pillow. Just gives my hips a little lift. And we'll leave the blocks and the strap next to the mat for now. So we're just coming down into whatever seat is most comfortable. Bring your hands face down onto the legs, and this is going to help us start to get grounded. And we'll turn the eyes down. Maybe you look at the ground, or maybe the eyes will close. Take a nice full breath. And sigh it out. Do a few more breaths like that. Inhale. Just softening around the face, the neck, the shoulders. Maybe you relax the jaw, space around the eyes. Stretch it out, release that tightness. And then softening, coming into this moment, noticing the space around you, the space of the room you're in, letting everything outside of that room fall away. And drawing the awareness to the space of your mat. Feeling the body gently sitting on the mat. Feel the breath expanding in the body. Expanding the breath into the back of the chest, the shoulders. Expanding the breath into the sides of the ribs. Expanding the breath into the chest and the heart. Expanding into all parts. Inhale, back, sides, chest. Exhale, emptying all parts at the same time. Chest, sides, back. We'll do that 5 more times. Slow breath in to fill all parts of the lungs. Slow breath out, emptying your breath completely. Imagine you're cleansing your lungs. You're just sending out all that air. And then inhale, fully expanding into all parts of the lungs, bringing in new oxygen. And again, slowly empty the lungs. We'll do that a few more rounds at your own pace. If you're feeling any tightness where you're breathing, start to direct your breath there. Direct your breath right to where you're feeling the tightest. And try and let the breath expand and lessen the stress and tension there. On the next breath, let's gently tuck the chin. Lengthening through the back of the heart space, lifting all the way up through that back of the shoulder blades area. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Let's bring the hands by our sides and see if we can press our palms down towards the ground, feeling that gentle stretch. If it feels good, you might gently roll the head over to one side and take a couple of breaths, releasing any tightness there. And then gently rolling the head down, chin to chest, pressing the palms down towards the earth. Maybe you roll the head over to the other side. Softening through the shoulders, the neck, the chest. Just breathe. And then gently bringing the head down to center and slowly lifting up. Let's start to roll the shoulders. So inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, roll them down the back. I'll do that a few more times. You might notice one shoulder feels tighter than the other. That's all right. That's normal. Just try to loosen it up as best you can. And then we'll go the other way. Good. Moving intentionally with your breath. Softening around the shoulders. And then relaxing here. Just pause. On the next breath, let's remove whatever it is that we're sitting on and set that off to the side for now. Then we'll extend the legs straight forward, flexing those heels. Let's start to roll the wrists and roll the ankle. Wiggling the fingers and the toes, circling in both directions. And then we'll flex into the heels. Let's reach the arms up to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, open your chest to cactus arms. Pull the shoulder blades back. Feel some opening here across the chest. Good. And then we're going to reach up again. This time, hold your strap. So that strap is going to come up. And then exhale, bend your elbows, find cactus arms. Pull the strap back. Excellent. Oh, that's a good stretch. Let's take another breath here. Let's do that again. Inhale, lifting the arms up by the ears. Exhale, finding cactus arms. Bend the elbows, draw the strap back, and breathe. Maybe you tuck the chin. See if that feels good. And then on your inhale, lifting those arms all the way up. And we'll reach all the way forward. Bring your strap around the feet and fold. Relax the shoulder blades. Soften from heels to head. If there's any discomfort in the knees, you can bend the knees and maybe place your blanket underneath. We don't want to feel the stretch there. We want to feel it more in the hamstring. So bending the knees can help send the tailbone back and the heels forward. And let's take this for about 5 more slow breaths. And try to make the breaths like those really full cleansing breaths we had at the beginning of class. Fully expanding into the lungs, into the places where you feel tension as you inhale. And fully emptying the lungs, folding deeper as you exhale. On the next inhale, slowly rising up. And we'll remove the blanket if we have it, or maybe just leave it under the left knee if there's any discomfort in that leg. We're going to plant the right foot on the ground. Hold the knee, sit up really tall. You want your foot to be in line with your hip, not your leg. This is going to give you a little bit more stability. And then we're going to take a twist. So the left elbow grabs the right knee, and the right hand comes behind us. And I'm going to turn sideways now so that you can see. Be sure you have the right alignment. Holding here. And we'll take about 5 breaths. On your inhale, gently come back to center. Exhale, extend the right leg, and we'll take it over to the other side. So planting that left foot, it's in line with your hip, not your thigh. You're sitting up tall to begin. Right elbow wraps around the knee, and the left arm comes behind as you twist. 5 full breaths here. As you inhale, gently return to center. And we're going to open the knees to the side, bring the soles of the feet to touch. If this is very difficult, take your blanket and slide it underneath your hips so that you're tilting the pelvis forward a little bit. That should make the pose more accessible. And again, I'll turn to the side so that you can see the alignment. So the feet are together. We're going to hold the ankles or hold the toes. If that's hard to do, you also have your strap. You can bring that around here. Inhale, sitting tall. And then exhale, tuck your chin, lengthening up through the back of the heart space. Feel that stretch in your hips. We're going to take 5 full breaths here. Let each breath be full and intentional, slow and relaxing. Notice how the mind tries to wander when the body gets when the sensations get a little intense, and see if you can stay present and just breathe through any sensation. As long as it's not pain, feeling a deep stretch is a good thing. On the next inhale, let's gently come up, and then we'll extend our legs straight out to the side. So it's a little bit wider than the mat. Again, you're welcome to sit on the blanket so that it tilts the hips forward, but we don't want to be like too elevated on it so that there's stress on the knees. It's just to tilt the hips. Flex your heels, point your toes. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And then exhale, we're going to bring the right hand to the right leg and stretch all the way over, expanding into the side of the body. Relax the head, relax the neck. Just breathe. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, take that hand off the ankle and start to walk it back until it's in line with your hip. See if that intensifies the stretch for you. Neither one is right or wrong. It's just a matter of finding the alignment you like best. Last breath here. On your inhale, coming all the way up, we'll lift both arms to the sky. And then exhale, the left hand comes down, and we're stretching all the way over. And if you wanted to try it on this side, you could walk the hand back so it's in line with your hip. See if that's a better alignment for your body. But again, do you. This is your time. Last 2 breaths. On the inhale, slowly rising up, we'll lift the arms to the sky. And on exhale, find our cactus arms. Big breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, big breath out. One more time. Exhale. Bring your hands down. Bring the legs together. And we'll gently roll over, coming up to tabletop. If there's any discomfort in your knees, you can put the blanket underneath for some padding. And you might make fists with your hands or be on your elbows if there's any discomfort in your wrists. Pressing into the hands and the tops of the feet, we'll inhale, come into cat pose, rounding the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Exhale, making your way to cow pose, lowering the belly as you lift the heart and the tail. Inhale, cat pose. Open up the shoulders, open up the low back. Exhale, draw the heart forward. Good, and let's keep moving between these two at your own pace. Waking up the body the way that feels good to you. And then finding a neutral position. Let's extend the right leg back and then step that right foot all the way forward. We're going to take our blocks here, place them on their tall setting right underneath the shoulders. So we don't want them out too far. We want them close to the foot. That's going to help us out. Lower your hips, lift your chest. You want to feel a stretch here in this left hip. If you're not feeling it, maybe you adjust the position of the leg. And then as you exhale, let's straighten into the right leg. Feeling that stretch along the hamstring. Smoothing out your breath. As you inhale, bending into the knee, gently lifting through the heart and lowering through the hip. And then straightening the right leg, extending the tailbone back. Option to pick up the toes if that helps, if that stretch feels good. Last one, bending the knee, lower the hips, lifting through the heart. Maybe you float the arms back. Take a breath. And then we'll bring the hands onto the block. Straighten into the right leg. And just pause here. If you want to go deeper, you might bring your forearms onto the block, taking a little bit deeper stretch. And then we'll bring the hands onto the blocks, and we'll bring the right knee back to meet the left. Set your blocks to the side. Bring the toes to touch, and we'll come into child pose. Stretch the arms forward and the forehead to the ground. Lengthening here, expanding forward while the tailbone sits back. It might feel good to roll the forehead from side to side. Notice your breath. Come back into the present moment, the present experience of this pose, connecting to the earth, feeling grounded, feeling calm. On the next breath, slowly making your way up to tabletop again. Hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And on your inhale, we're going to extend the left leg all the way back. And then exhale, step that left foot all the way through, coming into our low lunge. The blocks come underneath the hands. And we're finding that stretch through the right hip. You might need to adjust where the legs are so that you get the best alignment and stretch for your body. But it should not feel drastically different than the other side. It's going to feel different, but try to make the alignment about the same. Slow down your breath. Just feel that hip opening up. Inhale. As you exhale, shifting the weight towards the back leg, straightening the left leg, getting a little hamstring stretch. Tailbone lift. The breath is easy. Let's do that again. So inhale, bending into the left knee, lower the hips, gently lifting through the heart, through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Maybe you pick up the toes and breathe. On the next inhale, bending into the knee. Lower the hips as you lift through the heart. Maybe expand the arms back. Take a nice full breath. Now we'll bring the hands onto the block. Straightening into the left leg. And we'll pause here. Option to pick up the toes. And option to go a little bit deeper, bringing forearms onto the block. But if it doesn't feel good here, you don't have to do it. Honor the differences while trying to build symmetry. Slow down the breath. On the next inhale, we'll bring the hands onto the block. And we'll bring the left knee to meet the right. Set those blocks off to the side. All right. We're going to set the blanket off to the side, and we're going to straighten the legs for a moment, just coming into downward dog. Feeling the stretch along the spine, the stretch along the legs. Let's take a full inhale. Exhale. Shake out the head. Release any tension in the face and the jaw. And then slowly, slowly walking all the way forward. And we'll come down to sit. All right, we'll come into our first long hold. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together like we did before. This time we're going to put the blocks underneath the knees, and they could be on any setting that feels best to your hips. And we'll take the bolster, lay that down behind us. And then I like to take the blanket and put that under my head so that the head is just a little bit higher than the shoulders. And we want the bolster to fall at the rib cage, not the low back. So you can see I'm kind of adjusting down, creating a little bit more space there. Placing this under my head, not my neck, and adjusting the feet and the blocks until you feel comfortable. We're going to be here for several minutes, so be sure you take those extra few moments to adjust and get comfy in your pose. We'll take a full inhale here and a big sigh out as we exhale. Softening around the feet, relaxing the knees. Soften through the hips and the belly. Relaxing the chest and the shoulders. Softening all the way down the arms to the fingertips. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Relaxing the face and the eyes. Deep breath in. Let it go. Drawing your awareness to the rhythm of the breath. Focusing on that rhythm as you rest. Allowing the rhythm of your breath to ground you in the present experience. Softening a little more with the next few breaths. Drawing the awareness to what it is that you need to restore in your mind, body, and heart. Breathing in what you need to feel whole again. Noticing if the mind has wandered and returning your awareness to your breath and to relaxation. Gently deepening the breath, slowing it down. Taking your time to bring some gentle movements back to the body, maybe wiggling the fingers or toes, or rocking the head gently from side to side. And we'll gently roll over onto the left side and slowly make our way up to sit. All right, we're going to set our blanket off to the side for now. And we're going to have the bolster here on the left side of the mat. The blocks can go down by the front, and you want your strap nearby. So we're going to lay down on our backs here. Extend your left leg, draw the right knee into the chest, and then you're going to bring the right leg across and land it on the bolster for a twist. We're going to extend the right arm out. Option to close the eyes, option to make any adjustments so that you feel more comfortable here. And one thing you might like, if you feel like you're going to unwind, is fold up your blanket or your other pillow, put it behind you as a little stopper so that you don't untwist all the way. And then as you start to ease into it, letting the bolsters hold you up, soften the chest, relax around the rib cage. Soften through the center of the body. Just breathe. You might relax the hips, legs, or feet. Just allow yourself to be in the pose without any effort. If you can't quite get there, use some more props to help you out so that the props are doing the work and not your muscles. The awareness is on the breath and on releasing tension. Sighing away any stiffness. We're going to be here another minute or two. Try to lean into any resistance you're finding. See if you can go deeper instead of constricting and pulling away. On the next inhale, slowly returning to center. I'll remove the blanket from behind us. Draw the knee into the chest, interlacing around the front of the shin. And we'll take a couple breaths here. On the next breath, let's take hold of the strap. Bring it around the foot and send the foot straight up to the sky. You could keep it here. If you still need a little more hamstring stretch, draw the leg closer to the body. Maybe flex your heels to add some extra stretch, extra oomph to the stretch. And then we're going to hold the strap in the right hand. Left hand is on the hip. And we'll open the leg out to the right side, just expanding across the hip. Let's take 3 full breaths here. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, bring both hands to the strap and gently lower the leg down. We'll set that strap off to the side. All right, we're going to switch our props here. So we'll bring the blanket over to the left side and we'll bring the bolster over to the right side. On the next breath, draw your left knee into your chest. Relax here for a moment, soften the shoulders, feel the stretch. And then we're going to take the leg across the body and land it on the bolster. Again, make any adjustments you need to. You might fold up your blanket and place it behind you so that you don't untwist. I really found that to be comfortable. And we'll open the arms out wide. Breathing deeply. Maybe you turn the head. Maybe you keep it neutral. Just breathe. Allow the breath and gravity to do the work, letting go of any tightness you may be feeling. Softening across the chest, relaxing through the center of the body, softening the hips and the legs. Noticing sensations as they come up, and just breathing through them. Allowing this stretch to go through a few phases as you release tightness from the body. Last 3 breaths here. As you're ready, we'll remove the blanket from behind us. Gently roll onto our backs and hug that left knee into the chest, interlacing around the shin. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. We'll take the strap around the bottom of the foot and then send the leg up to the ceiling. Option to draw it closer to the body if we need a little more hamstring stretch. Then holding the strap in the left hand, right hand is on the hip, and we'll inhale, open the leg to the left side, and take 3 full breaths here. Inhale, returning back to center. Exhale, both hands on the strap as you start to guide the leg down. Set your strap to the side. Just pause here for a moment. We'll bring the hands, one on the heart and one on the belly. Take a moment to breathe and check in with the self. You can stay right here, getting grounded. If you need a little bit more help to get grounded, send your feet to the ceiling, connecting your heart down to the earth. As you're ready, gently bend your knees into the chest. It might feel good to rock gently from side to side. And then we'll roll softly onto one side. Slowly make our way up to sit. We'll set up for our final long hold pose. So we're going to take the bolster and slide it underneath the knees. We're going to take the blocks and put them underneath our heels. And then gently lower down. You might bring the blanket under the head or place it over the body to help you relax. Softening through the chest and the shoulders. Finding the breath, the softness that you need here. Full breath in, expanding the breath into all parts of the lungs. Slow breath out, melting into the pose. Softening all the muscles along the back of the body. Relaxing the muscles along the front of the body, the arms, and the face. Feel gravity holding you, cradling you as you rest. And allow the breath to slow down, letting that breath be your anchor to relax. Slowly breathing in, and slowly breathing out. Shavasana. Gently deepening your breath. Option to bring some movement back to the body. Taking your time to gently hug the knees into the chest. Deep breath in. As you exhale, gently roll onto your right side and slowly make your way up to sit. We'll cross the ankles and let the hands rest on the knees as we sit tall, the same way we started our practice. Taking a moment to check in and notice how you feel. Hopefully a little more relaxed, a little more connected to your mind, body, and breath. Let's place one hand over the heart and one over the belly as we connect again to our natural rhythm. And drawing the palms together at the heart, bowing our heads in gratitude, reminding ourselves of all that we're grateful for in this moment. Taking a deep breath in and a big exhale. One more deep breath. Let it go. I'm grateful to you for sharing your practice with me tonight. The light in me honors the light within you. Namaste.